being $500 and I'm losing it. Shake it out. All right. We're going to start at the back of the mat today. We're going to go down into an inchworm. We're going to walk our hands down, straight legs, walk your worm out into your high plank. We're going to pause here, holding that plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift into a down dog, straight legs. Feel the pull in the calves. And now bend the knees one at a time. Start pedaling out the dog. Stretch out through those calves for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into your high plank. You're going to bring that right foot to meet the right hand. Drop the left knee on the mat, uncurl the toes, lift the right arm up, and come into your spinal twist. Looking up at the hand that's nice and high. Breathing it out. If you want to go a little bit deeper into your groin stretch, you're going to come on the outside of your foot, on the right foot, holding here for another 3, 2, 1. Drop the hand back onto the mat, uncurl that back foot, go back into your high plank, back into your down dog, pedal out your doggy. I got Apollo here with me today. Apollo, where's your down dog? Back into your high plank. Left foot meets the left hand. Drop the right knee, uncurl the right toe, lift the left arm up, come into your second spinal twist. Come on the outside of that left foot to go a little bit deeper into the groin. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant the hand back down, back into your high plank, into your down dog. Walk your feet to meet the hands, back into your high plank, feet to meet the hands, straight legs. Slowly come on up. Interlace the fingers going into a back extension. Exhale, go a little deeper. Inhale all the way down, forward fold, booty comes out. And slowly rise back up. Take a nice wide stance on your mat. We're going to alternate driving into that knee and sending the booty to the back of the body into a side lunge here. Slowly lowering yourself down. Driving through the knee to stand yourself up, lowering on a count of 3. Really stretching out through the groin. After that 3, you're going to rise up, go to the opposite side. Rise up for 1, 2, 3, last one, last side. Lowering down for 3, pressing through that quad to stand yourself up. And now we're coming into some high knees. So lifting the knees up nice and high. Excellent job. Pick up the pace a little bit, ladies. Soft on the toes, soft on the feet. Way to go. Plant both feet down, nice big hip circles. Why did I think wearing pants was a good idea? Whew. Is it appropriate to work out in just my underwear today? Probably. Go the other way. Big circles, accentuating through the joints, feeling that femur going around the hip and socket, ball and socket, hip and socket. Nice job, ladies. Hands come up nice and high. Spinal back bend here. Pull the arms up nice and high. Feel the stretch through the lats. And all the way back down into your forward fold. All right. Shake it out. Today's going to run a little bit differently. As I mentioned, we are going to learn our Turkish get-ups. This is a total body workout that is also incorporating a lot of core stability, mobility of the hips, strength in the legs, and increasing strength in the arms. So your objective is to get up from the floor all the way up to a standing position with one arm straight in the air and your eyes following that gaze. That one arm straight in the air typically has a weight in it. Today, we're not going to use any weight maybe until the last round when we put all the pieces together. We are going to break down the 5 steps of your Turkish get up, and that's going to be our workout for today. For our first move, we're going to be going 4 sets, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. So for our first move, we're going to be down on the mat in a fetal position. Knees are going to be into the chest. Arms are going to be straight out in front of us, head on the mat. And all we're going to do here, we're going to engage through the core, and we're going to lift the right arm up, right knee up. Apollo, you got to get out of the way. Thanks. So from this position, again, we're tucking in, fetal position here on our side, and then engaging through the core to unravel. Left leg's going to go straight, right leg's going to be up in the air in a bent knee. Right arm's going to be up. We are going to imagine we are holding a weight in our right hand, and that arm is going to stay straight up to the ceiling the whole time. So we're going to work for 45 seconds and rest for 15. And all we're going to do here is go from our starting position to our opening position. This is all core work here to rotate ourselves through. We're going to go on the left and then on the right and then back to the left and then back to the right. Come on, ladies. We're going to go down onto the mat. Find ourselves in our fetal position. Knees are going to be up to the chest. Hands are going to be outstretched in front of us. And all we're going to do here is we're going to open up, lay on our back. Right knee is going to be bent. Right hand is up. In 3, 2, 1. Roll over, ladies. Left leg straight, right knee bent. Back to your starting position. Roll back over onto the side. Open back up, right knee straight, right arm up. This is our starting position for a Turkish get up, engaging through the core to open ourselves up. Back into your tuck. Engage through the core, open up that leg. Left leg straight, right knee bent, right arm is nice and high. Back in. Got another 15 seconds here. I like to break down the Turkish get up because there are a lot of technical movements in here. And if we break them down one by one, it helps to solidify the movement in that brain of ours. Another 3, 2, and then 1. Nice job. We're going to roll over to the opposite side. I'm going to flip on over. Left side now. So left arm's going to come high. Left knee is going to come high. Right leg's going to straighten out. In 3, 2, 1, roll over, ladies. Left arm high, left knee bent. Right leg straight. Back to your starting position. Roll over. Lower back should be firmly connected into the mat every time you roll. Remember, we always talk about that core connection in that back because it's super important for us to lift with the core connected. Otherwise, you're in a spinal extension here and your lower back muscles are taking the brunt of any force. Left knee high, right leg bent. Another 10 seconds. Way to go. 3, 2, and last unravel. Nice job. Flipping it back over, we're going to hit that left side again. Right side. So come back to that first position. In 3, we're going to go up in 2 and 1. Engage that core, right knee up, right hand up. If you've never done a Turkish get up, you're probably like, what in the world are we doing? How am I going to get standing from this laying position? Haha, we'll surprise you at the end. I'm not going to show you the whole thing until we're ready to put it together. A little magician here. Promise you'll get to the top. I know you ladies are strong. I know you ladies can do it. Rolling on over, engaging that core. This is the easiest part of our Turkish get up, but absolutely vital. Last 3, 2, and 1. Way to go. Flip it over to that other side. Last one, and then we're going to move it on. Going up here in 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes high, left knee is high. And back to your starting position. You want to do it swiftly as your left leg is planting, your right leg is extending. We are solid. Core is solid, arm is solid, left quad is on. Distinct motions, unravel, pause at the top, and curl back in. Keep it up for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Easy part's over. We're going into part number 2 of our Turkish get up. So from this position, right, we open up. And so now my right arm is nice and high. I'm reaching for the ceiling. Right knee is bent. From this position, my left hand is extended. And I'm going to reach my fist towards the ceiling. And I'm coming up on my hand. Gaze is looking at my hand the whole time, coming back onto my back, going up onto my elbow, up onto my hand, and then lowering myself back down. So again, my gaze is always looking at my hand that's up, right knee is bent, right hand is straight, left hand is out to the side. I'm coming first up onto my elbow and then up onto my hand. Slowly lowering back to the elbow, lowering back to the hand. All core work here, all those sit-ups that we always do, ladies. Up onto the elbow, up onto the hand. We're gonna do this for a set. We'll switch to the opposite side, and then we'll go back to the first one. Engaging through that core. Clock is on. We're going 45 seconds here. Find yourself back on your mat. We're going to start in the starting position. So we're going to roll over, open up that arm, and then come up onto the arm, back to the elbow, back onto the back. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Start in your position on the side. Right arm is high, right knee is bent. Come up onto the elbow, then up onto the hand. Slowly lower back to the elbow, drop onto the back. Up on the elbow, up on the hand. Gaze is always looking at the hand that's high. So I want to let you know we typically use a weight in that hand that's straight up. And so you want to maintain the stability through the shoulder and through the hand, and you want it to be in line so that if you start to move your arm backwards and you have a weight, you're then going to be utilizing a lot more tendons and ligaments. So we want to make sure that the wrist is in line with the shoulder at all times and our gaze is looking at the hand. So it doesn't fall out. It's always right in front of us. We can always stare at it. Another 10 seconds. Up onto the elbow, up onto the hand. Slowly drop it back down to the elbow. Left leg is strong and straight. Another 3, 2, and 1. Way to go. Drop that hand down, flip it over to your opposite side. We're going to start in our tucked position. Left knee is coming up, left arm is coming straight up above. Rolling here in 3, 2, 1. Left arm is straight, left knee is bent. Placing my right hand onto the mat, coming onto the elbow, pressing up onto the hand, lowering onto the elbow, and then back onto the mat. Do you feel the core engagement here? The stability that you need in your shoulder and the strength in the shoulder to be able to push yourself up, engaging through the core, pressing through the palm and coming up. Yeah, way to go, ladies. Nice job. Woohoo. Excellent. Another 3, 2, 1. Way to go. We're going to skip the next round and go into the third step because I think you ladies are strong enough to be able to complete the whole thing. And I want to make sure we get to that part. So step number 3 in our Turkish get up, we're unraveling here. So we're going to be in that fetal position, opening up, right hand is high, right knee is bent, coming up onto the elbow, up onto the hand. From here, I'm going into a hip thruster, lifting my hips onto the left heel, onto that right hand. My quad is driving. Then I'm going to lower my hips down, then bend the elbow, and then drop the arm. So up on the elbow, up on the hand, squeeze the glutes, rise through that quad, slowly lower your booty back down, bend the elbow, bend the arm. Make sense? So now we got 3 steps going on. So we're first opening up to that right side, up on the elbow, up on the hand, squeeze that tushy, lift the hips up nice and high, lower the hips to the mat, onto the elbow, onto the hand. Option here, if you're super strong and amazing, after that hip thrust, you come back onto the hand, you can slide your hand out and just drop your chest down. You don't necessarily have to go down onto the elbow. All right, step 3, ladies. Get that clock started. We're going to start in that fetal position. Arms outstretched in front of us. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes up, right knee is bent. Up on the elbow, bring it up to the hand, thrust through the hips, bring the hips high, lower the hips back down, onto the elbow, onto the hand. We're going to skip that first step in the fetal position. From here, we're going to go from 2 to 3. So then back up on the hand, onto the elbow, thrust the hips, drop the hips, back on the elbow, back on the mat. You see how we're slowly starting to raise up, coming up into our standing position. We're halfway there in this. In step number 3. Step number 4 is going to include a lot more hip mobility. which I know you ladies have it. Maria, I'm sure you got it too. If you're living in a van, got tight spaces, you got to be pretty mobile. Another 3, 2, and 1. Woo! That right arm gets a little sore, yeah? Turn it on over. Left side. Starting in that front position again, opening, left hand's gonna come up, our left knee will be bent. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, open that up. Left knee is bent, left arm is up. Place that left hand onto the ground, the right hand, sorry, onto the elbow, onto your hand, thrust the hips up, slowly drop the hips back down, onto the elbow, onto the hand. Remember, your gaze is always looking at this left hand. It should always be directly in front of you. That's the trick of the Turkish get up. Your head always follows your hand. Thrust those hips. Hey, Maria, today's a different workout, just so you know. We typically go through different exercises, but sometimes I like to challenge my ladies. Another 3, 2, and 1. I think this is a vital exercise that we should all know. And so I figured today's a great day to break it down with our body weight. All right, how do we feel about moving on to the next step? Step number 4? Okay, I think so. I was going to do another round, but you ladies are just, I know you got it, and I know you're curious and you want to get to the whole thing. So we're going to get through the next round. Okay, step number 4. So step number 1, we opened up right hand, right leg, up onto the elbow. Step 2, step 3, step 4, we're going to sweep the left leg underneath the right. So this is all hip mobility. Hand is still high, gaze is still looking at the hand. All we're going to do from here in this in the hip thruster is bring the left leg underneath the body. So now my knee is aligned with my hip. Hand is looking up at, gaze is still looking up at the sky. So from this position with my leg extended, holding my body weight, hips are thrusted, and I'm bringing that knee back up. Yeah? From here, we're going here. All right, ladies, we're going to test this bad boy out. We're going to start with step 1, work our way into step 2, step 3, and then we're going to attempt step 4. Woo! All right, back into your starting position in 1. Ready? And go, ladies. Right hand is high, right knee is bent. Onto the elbow, up onto the hand, thrust the hips high, and then sweep that leg underneath the left hand. All hip mobility, using your joints. Beautiful. Excellent. Up on the elbow, up on the hands. Let's see it, Pauline. Yeah! Woo! My camera tells me it's reducing noise. I'm too loud, it says. It says, don't cheer as loud for them. Alex. Both Alexes. Alex squared. Nice job. Another 3, 2, 1. Way to go, ladies. Let's get down onto the opposite side. Sometimes you'll notice that one side's a little easier to do than the other. Flipping on over, going on to the left. Left hand is high, left knee will be bent. Starting in our first position, engaging through the arm. Let's go, ladies. In 3, 2, 1. Left arm is high, left knee is bent. Up onto the elbow, up onto the hand. Thrust those hips high. Sweep that leg right underneath the hip. Put your pressure onto the foot, onto your left foot and right hand. Lift that knee up and then put it back down onto the mat, lowering your booty down onto the elbow, onto the hand. Thrust, sweep. Easy peasy. Are you sweating yet? I am. Apollo, how you doing? He's sleeping. How you sleeping, dog? We're doing Turkish get-ups. Paco's probably sleeping too, though. How is it that dogs just sleep standing up? Thrust. Bring that left leg. Let's see it. Look at those dance moves, Pauline. All of you got some dance moves going on. That's really what I was doing. This isn't an exercise at all. I'm just preparing you for the clubs that we don't go to. Way to go, ladies. Last one. Last one, Alex. Frankie and Alex. Alex squared. Yeah. Excellent job. Drop it down, ladies. Shake it out. Take a breath. I know it's a lot of stability on that shoulder. So as you're lifting those hips up, this is all shoulder stability, holding ourselves up here, keeping the hips nice and high. Great. Last one. Last one? Technically the last one, because this is where we stand up. This is where we put it all together. So we're going to flip it on over. We're going to go right first. So step one, right arm high, right knee. Up onto the hand, thrust the hips, sweep that leg. And from here, we're going to stand up, pivot the foot, and now we're coming into a lunge. We did it. We stood up. Great. Here we go. From this thrust, sweeping that foot underneath, we're going to lift ourselves up first, pivot the foot to come into a lunge, dig your foot into the mat in the back, press into a lunge, and stand up. All of our lunges have been culminating to this, I promise you. Every lunge that we've ever done in class. So in that hip thruster, left leg, right, comes to meet the left hand. We're going to stand ourselves up, uncurl the toe to come into a reverse lunge. Big lunge here. Stand yourself to a top. Stand yourself to a top. Yep, I said that. All right, you think we got it, ladies? I'm going to come and check you out, but let's get started together. So position number one. We're going to start here in this curl. Go, ladies, go. Take your time. Right hand high, right knee bent. Step two, up onto the elbow, up onto the hand. Step three, thrust the hips high. Step four, sweep the hips. Step five, stand up, pivot the foot, uncurl the toe so we're facing forward. Squeeze through the glutes, drive through the quad, and stand yourself up. Remember, your hand is always high, straight up above you. Oh, Pauline's trying to go down. Ooh, remember to uncurl the toes. We're gonna get there. Pivot the heel, pivot the heel. Paco's ready to party. He's like, what is happening over there? Nice job. Way to go, Maria and Alex. Way to go, ladies. Yes, complicated combo movements. Woo! Good. Last one. Standing all the way up, ladies. Beautiful. Excellent job. Yes, I love this one. Come on down. We're going to switch it up onto the other side. And then we're going to put them all together. Apollo doesn't seem pleased. Why aren't you hanging out with me? Curl it up, ladies. Left side. Ready and go. Open up. Left hand is high. Left knee is high. Onto the elbow. Press through the hand. Hips are high. Sweep that right leg underneath. Stand up. Uncurl that toe. High lunge here. And then you can find your way back to the mat. And then we'll slowly drop ourselves down. Good. Pivot that foot, Pauline, before you drop yourself. Yep. Pivot the foot. Reach straight arm down. Oh, yes. Sweep that foot out. Excellent. Oh, I see you guys are all going up and down on your own. Way to go, Maria. Woo! It's a little balancing act there. Yay! Paco's ready to play. Nice job, ladies. Total body. Now do you see how it's shoulder stability, how it's meant for core stability? It increases the strength in the glutes, the shoulders. Total body exercise. If you only needed one exercise, this was it. Because you know where it goes from here with that hand up? It goes to adding a 5-pound weight in there and then a 10-pound weight. And you'll see how much harder and harder it gets to be able to complete these movements and build that strength in the booty. Excellent job, ladies. Way to go. Shake it out. Take a break. Shake it out. Take a break. We're going to start now from the top and work our way down. I saw most of you doing that already. I wanted to run through it once And then we're going to complete rounds of our Turkish get-ups in full. So from the starting position where I am down, where am I coming? Here I am, right? I stand myself up. So now in the standing position, my hand is nice and high. I'm going back into a low lunge. So left leg is going to come down, meet the mat. I'm going to curl, pivot my toes to my other toe, reach for the ground here. So both arms are straight, hands still looking up at the sky, pressing my hand into the mat. I'm going to lift my heel and my foot, hips are high, slowly lower onto the mat, then bend the knees, bend the elbow, then bend the hand. So from that starting position up top, taking a nice deep lunge, bending at the knee, drop the knee down, pivot the toe inward, reach for the mat so that we're outstretched here. Hips are high, uncurl that foot and slowly lower back down. So we're gonna work our way from the top. You ladies are already on it, already on it. So remember, if the right hand is up, left leg is going back. Otherwise, you'll confizzle yourself into your low lunge. Pivot the foot so that you have access to the floor. And then bring that foot out high. Lower yourself down onto the elbow, onto the hand and in the back. And then curl in. Back into your starting position, onto the elbow, onto the hand. Thrust the hips high. Pivot the foot, uncurl, stand all the way up. Back down. Up, pivot the foot, reach for the floor, hips are high, lower it down. Nice job. Last one, ladies. Putting it all together here. I had a friend do this with his child on his arm. Can you imagine 40 pounds on your arm holding that thing up? And then by that thing, I mean like a kid. Nice job, my beauties. Take yourself a break. We're switching up the side. And then to finish it off, we're going to do a little challenge where we're going to either hold our water bottle or hold a weight in our hands. And we're going to do our Turkish get up with a little bit of weight because you ladies are amazing. Left side. So left hand is going to be high. Right leg is going to go into a reverse lunge. Pivot the foot towards the other foot. Reach for the ground. We're all straight here, straight arms. Pressing our hand and our foot into the mat. Release that right leg, slowly lower it to the mat, elbow and hand. So left leg is high, left arm is high, right leg is going back into your lunge. Pivot that foot, Maria. Yeah, there it is. Good job, girl. You'll notice if you don't pivot that foot after the reverse lunge, you're all kind of cockeyed and awkward. Doesn't feel comfortable. Nice job, Ruben. I got to start calling Alex by her last name if I want to talk to her. I got Frankie and Alex. Now it's Ruben. Except no Frankie. Frankie doesn't like to work out. Nah, he's just putting motors into vehicles. All right, way to go, ladies. This is going to be your last one, and then we're going to add a weight in there. Woo, get it, Pauline? Yes. Look at that strength. Way to go, way to go. Yeah, Maria. Woo. All right, as you're finishing up, if you don't have a weight under 5 pounds, you're going to grab your water bottle instead. I don't want to add too much weight onto this. I don't have my water bottle. Ah, there it is. I'm coming back. Just something that gives you a little bit of weight that's going to be pushing down on the hand. 5 pounds or under is perfect. Unless you're a wild one, then you could go up, do your thing. But we're going to complete 2 on each side with the weight in our hand. So now you'll kind of understand where this weight is and where that shift needs to be so that we are straight up. You want to have your hand stacked underneath your shoulder the whole time through so that we're not engaging our ligaments or unwanted muscles or tendons. We want to be straight in line with the shoulder. So here we're going to hold that bottle in the right hand. Right hand's going to be nice and high. We're going to start it off with 2. Here we go, ladies. Holding that bottle, unravel, hold it up. Right knee, right hand. Always looking at your water bottle or your weight the whole time. Up onto the hand. Thrust the hips. Sweep that hip, the knee under the hip. Stand up, uncurl, go into your high lunge. Remember, your gaze is always looking at the bottle. Now we're coming down. Same hand, keep that hand up. Left leg goes into the lunge. Pivot the foot, reach for the floor, press your foot out, lower yourself down to the mat, onto the hand, onto the elbow, curl yourself in. Can't wait to hear what you think about the weight. Beautiful job. Yeah, ladies. Good. Excellent shoulder stability. Get up there, Pauline. Hiya! Beautiful. Yay! I see you, Alex. Get up there one more time, Alex. Let's see it. Woo! Beautiful job. Way to go, Maria. You know, it's crazy because you don't really feel like you'd be sweating during this whole thing, but I worked up one hell of a sweat. Good. We're going to switch up the sides now. Onto the left hand high. Last few minutes here. Holding that weight in the left hand. Open that up, left knee, left hand. Onto the elbow, onto the hand. Squeeze the hips. Sweep that foot. Uncurl. Go into your high lunge. Yes. Now drop it down. Right leg behind. Into your reverse lunge. Curl the feet. Pivot the knee. Reach for the ground. Bring that leg out. Onto the knee, onto the hand. Curl in. Keep that gaze looking at the weight. Woo! Hell yeah, you hot mamas. Nice job. Last one. Yay! Oh, you ladies are amazing. Are those lime green socks, Alex? Yes, you, Alex Rubin. They look like they're lime green. Yeah! Sweet. Nice job, ladies. When you are done, I will meet you back into a high plank, finishing it off. We went a little overtime, but when I get excited, I go overboard. Holding into that high plank, we're coming into 5 push-ups. If you need to come down onto your knees, that's totally fine. Come down onto the knees, lift the heels as close to the booty as you can, and come down into 5 push-ups. Elbows want to go sliding right by the rib cage. We don't want to go out to the side. Bend the elbows. We want to go back towards the body, sliding your arms against your torso for 5 push-ups. When you're done with your 5, we're going to meet in a down dog. Woo, we did it. Pedal out that dog of yours. Coming back into a high plank. Drop the knees onto the mat, uncurl the toes. We're coming into a cobra. Extend through the lower back, lift the chin. In this position, we're going to bend the elbows, slowly bring our chest to the mat. Once you reach that mat, we're going to engage through the triceps once again, keeping the legs flat on the mat, lifting the chest into your high cobra. Chin is high. Last one, slowly lower yourself down. And press through the chest, through the triceps, stand all the way up. Uncurl the toes, lift the knees and the thighs up off the mat, go back into your down dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands, straight legs here, stretching out through the hamstrings and the lower back. And slowly rise yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Slow motion. Arms come up nice and high. Come into a 1 back extension. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, forward fold. Stick that booty out. Drop the head, feeling the pull in the hamstrings. One last time, come all the way up. Final back extension. Wrap your arms around your body. Give yourself a big hug. Tell yourself, I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm so grateful to always show up for a workout. And I'm grateful for you ladies for always showing up